Welcome back to 15 Lanes Talk Game Week 5 review show. We had a very huge weekend. Liverpool winning the Merseyside Derby. Spurs and Brighton sharing points. Manchester United and Robin Amorim shocking Chelsea. Plus Arsenal versus Manchester City, who also shared points. Let's go! Let's start with the Merseyside Derby. Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Now Liverpool have 5 wins out of 5. A perfect start. They are still keeping the momentum going. And in all season, in all competition, right now they have 6 wins out of 6. But these are some of the talking points we can talk about in this game. In my preview show on the same channel, I thought Isak is going to start. Yeah, since he started against Atletico. But I was shocked as everybody when I saw Ekitike starting ahead of Isak. You understand? And right now, Ekitike has scored 3 goals in 5 Premier League games plus 1 assist. The game, Liverpool had an early dominance. We also, in 30 minutes, they had scored already 2 goals. Whereby Everton also tried to make a comeback in the same game with Idrissa Gueye, who scored 1 goal. You understand? Everton in the second half tried to keep on the pressure, tried to do everything to break down Liverpool. And all of us, we know, like, this season Liverpool is struggling. They have not found their spark. They're not in their rhythm. They are winning games but struggling. We saw like Alisson, Van Dijk, they were top in this game, like they were class above. And Ryan Gravenberch, right now most people are calling him the best midfielder in the league. You understand? Yeah, he scored in this game plus Ekitike. And yes, in my preview show on our channel still, I talked about Grealish. I said Grealish is going to have, because since Grealish left Manchester City, we have seen him playing very well for Everton. He has got back his spark since he left Manchester City. And I told you in my recent video on the preview show that he will have Frimpong on the strings. But bad luck, Frimpong was on the bench and Conor Bradley was the one who was there playing. But Grealish looked really good, even though Everton lost the game. But yeah, he was one of the standout performers for Everton in this game. And David Moyes also. David Moyes, in the previous show still, we mentioned that David Moyes has never won a single game at Anfield. And it keeps continuing. He still lost yesterday, but also some VR controversies and also the minutes. Liverpool this season, there was a graph that is moving around. When Liverpool is looking for a win, the time they add in, like against Newcastle, 12 minutes, against Bournemouth, it was 7 minutes. 7? No, not 7. 4, blah, blah. There are some games when Liverpool is looking for a win, they add many minutes. But if it's winning, they add a few minutes. But as we know, Liverpool right now is still struggling, but it's winning. We don't know if this luck is going to run out, or by the time the luck runs out, they would have found their spark as a team. Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. In our previous show, we talked about this game in such a way that Tottenham were looking to keep their winning momentum to get 3 wins out of 3 under Thomas Frank. And on the other side of Brighton, they were also looking for a way to get back to their winning ways. Since their last match, they lost it. So Brighton took an early lead and everything was moving very perfect for them. The momentum was there and everything was perfect until that moment where their defense started struggling on transition and also losing focus, which helped Spurs to bounce back in the game. In this game, we saw like Spurs were very effective in their pressing and made Brighton struggle a lot. whereby they were even Richarlison forced the Brighton defense to score an own goal. You understand? And some of the standout performers in this game are still Richarlison and Muhammad Kudus. Yes, on the other side, Richarlison has found back his spark. Muhammad Kudus is doing what he did at West Ham in his first season. He has really looked good since he joined Spurs. And we also saw Xavi Simon coming off the bench in this game for Tottenham Hotspurs. So Brighton, we don't know what the future holds for Brighton. They need to get back to their winning ways. But settling for a draw, it's fine right now. But at the end of the day, they need to get back to their winning ways. Spurs with a draw because they had already played in the Champions League, so they will take a draw at the moment. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. Remember, Ruben Amorim, some reports came out and they said Ruben Amorim is given 3 games and one of the games was against Chelsea. But you know what? He came out as the winner in that game, and right now I think the pressure is relieved from Ruben Amorim and his 3-4-3 system. And also this week he made an interview with Sky Sports and said, even if the Pope comes, I can change my system. You understand? The guy is standing on business. Even in this game of Chelsea versus Manchester United has always had its way to beat Chelsea. Even there is a time when Torres had just moved from Liverpool to Chelsea. They faced Manchester United. Manchester United was not performing really well, and Torres got a 1v1 against the gear. He missed, and I remember that game maybe Chelsea lost 3-1 to Manchester United, but Chelsea dominated the game. But there is a way Manchester United finds a way to win against Chelsea. It's like Manchester United and Arsenal. Back then when Arsenal can come and play the way they want, but Manchester United finds a way to win. Now it's right now on Chelsea. They just find, even last season during Ten Hag's time, we thought Chelsea is going to beat Manchester United. Boom, from nowhere, Casemiro winning goal. Everyone performs, Garnacho, blah, blah. Yeah, and the biggest talking points in this game was action-packed, but for only the first 50 minutes, because in halftime they added 5 minutes. First 5 minutes, Chelsea got a red card. Brian Mbeumo had gone through. Bam! Robert Sanchez knocked him down and he got a red card. And Enzo Maresca, the coach of Chelsea, in an interview, he said, I don't know why he took him down. If it was me, I would have let Brian Mbeumo to score, because it's better to be 1 goal down than to be 10 men down in 5 minutes. So, which means Enzo Maresca was not happy with the decision Robert Sanchez made. And also, Enzo Maresca went ahead to make some stupid mistakes and changes. He removed Estavio for the new goalkeeper. That was a sensible substitute. But why did he take off Pedro Neto for Tonsen? We don't know. He is the only person who knows why he did that. Yes. And a few moments later, Cole Palmer got injured also. So you took off this Neto. Now Cole Palmer is injured. He ended up bringing this guy to the pitch, Andres Santos, who ended up causing for Casemiro problems, and he got a red card. For me, in my opinion, Casemiro's red card, it was very soft. Like football is gone, because he never did anything bad. We know he was on the red card, but that foul, it was not the red. A second yellow was not called for. You understand? But he went ahead to get the second yellow. But the biggest talking point in this game is Brian Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo, the moment Manchester United clicks, my people, it's going to be the end of defenders, because Brian Mbeumo, since he stepped his foot at Carlington and Manchester United, he has not put a foot wrong. In the 6 games Manchester United has played this season, Brian Mbeumo has performed really well against Grimsby, against Manchester City and Chelsea. He has been a top player. You understand? He has not put any foot wrong. So right now, as we see, even against Brentford, Burnley performed really really well. And if we go, we thought Garnacho will play in this game, but he was also booed by the United fans. They calling him the Argentina boy, wants money, blah blah, and the rest. And I don't know why Enzo Maresca played Derek George instead of Garnacho. In this game, you are losing 2-1. It was 2-0. You had to throw Garnacho on the pitch. Garnacho had his personal issues with United and Amorim. So which means he was going to come there to prove a point. He wanted to show United that I'm him. Yeah, he had his personal problem with those people. Throw him there, let him enjoy, tell him go and express yourself, go and enjoy yourself. But yesterday we have to accept Enzo Maresca got it wrong to remove Pedro Neto for Tonsin. I'm still looking for the reason. I don't find a clear reason why. Even when Pedro Neto was taken off, he was angry, you understand? So that is all that happened in the Manchester United and Chelsea game. Everything happened in the halftime. The action part was there. 2 red cards, 2 goals scored by Manchester United. And only the second half, the biggest talking point there was Linioro. He was sleeping and Choloba scored that header. Because Linioro was just on ball watch. Choloba came up, bam. That's how the game ended 2-1. Arsenal versus Manchester City. Both teams came in this game wanting or looking to keep their winning momentum. Because last week Manchester City destroyed Manchester United and Arsenal destroyed Forest. So in the middle of the week, they also destroyed Arsenal, destroyed Bilbao, and Manchester City destroyed Napoli 2-0. So they came into this game, both teams wanting to keep their winning streak going and momentum. And in our preview show on our channel, I said one team is going to come to win, the other team is going to come to defend. And everyone proved me, and they did not prove me wrong. But something just twisted a little, but the plan was still there. I said if Arsenal bring their midfield they used against Atletico and Liverpool, the one of Mikel Moreno, Zubimendi and Rice, they are coming to defend. And Arteta, Anthony Pulis, Arteta did not lie. He started with that midfield, and I was really pissed at this guy. I said this guy is always on the handbrake. You know what hurts me most about Arsenal, this Arsenal team right now, is they have players that can hurt teams, players that can change games. But still, Arteta decides to say, no, I'm going for a handbrake. This season, Manchester City has already lost 2 games against Spurs and Brighton. Even Brighton came back and destroyed Manchester City because Manchester City scored first against Brighton. If you go the Liverpool game, Liverpool, when they faced Arsenal, Liverpool had already conceded 4 goals against Newcastle and Bournemouth. But when they faced Arsenal, the guy decided to go with a handbrake. And the same happened in today's game. Arteta is a billionaire who loves to live in the slums. You understand? He wants to be in the ghettos. You have all the players who can hurt teams. Eze, for me, my lineup, I thought, Eze, since Odegaard is injured, Eze is the guy to start in that midfield. Because starting of the summer, I thought Arsenal had to strengthen 3 positions. Left wing, attacking midfielder, and striker. So if Arsenal went to the market for an attacking midfielder and you signed Eze, but you don't want to use him, this game, in second half, Eze was brought on, and you see Manchester City fell back, and he's the guy who provided that assist. You understand? I saw Arsenal in the halftime because City scored at the run of play. High pressing, Arsenal players were there. Tinajiraina put the pressure, stole the ball, bam, bam, Haaland scored. And we saw Arsenal going for long throws. I never thought that I would see Arsenal relying on long throws to win games. And in the halftime. And this all goes back to the coach, his game plan. You have the requirements needed, but you want to play defensive game. You understand? We have ever seen Arsenal Jack Wilshere dominating Barcelona, prime Barcelona, when Wilshere's in the midfield, destroying Xavi, Iniesta, who Arsenal used to be fearless. But right now, the guy in charge, the guy on the wheel, he's very fearful and respectful of big teams. You understand? Everything I talked about it here on our preview show, that Arsenal in this game, one team is going to come to win, the other is going to come with the handbrake, and Arsenal came on the handbrake until when City scored, so they decided to sit back. Right now, they have some graphics showing that City even went ahead to go on they went to 5 defenders. When the game reached in 70 minutes, they removed Foden and they brought in Ake. So City went to 5 defenders. Most fans of Arsenal, or most people in the footballing world, they are saying like Man City Arsenal made Man City to go and sit back. It's okay, but if you see Manchester City they have not really performed well this season. So they needed this win. They never had any reason to attack. You understand? They got an early goal because of the mistakes Arteta made in his lineup at first. Such games, you have to kill them at once. Right now, Man City, their team is not confident. They are not really looking good. You have a confident team. You have the players at your disposal. But you decide, you as Arteta, to go for a defensive mechanism. You hate losing games. You understand? So, Arsenal have to improve in that department. So, on the other hand of Manchester City, they defended real well. Donnarumma did what he had to do. He was big, but until the Eze chance came. Eze, the guy is class. The guy is class. He has to play there in the absence of Odegaard. Even if when Odegaard is fit, Eze has to play in that midfield. It's a must. The position right now they have to fight in Arsenal for is the left wing, where there is Martinelli and Trossard. That's the position, but Eze has to start in that attacking role. You understand? If it was Odegaard in that position, I don't think he would have dropped that ball for Martinelli, because he likes to recycle the ball. As I tell you, everyday football is about decision making. Most Arsenal fans, when Madueke was playing the last 2 games, most people were excited because of urban excitement, saying like, oh, Madueke can take on players. Gavinho have been there taking on players. Hatim Benihafa, many players, but it comes to decision making. Noni Madueke, his cross can't beat the first defender. Yes, he's good at taking on players, but he doesn't produce anything after taking on. You understand? We saw when Saka came in, he never put also a foot wrong. All the everything was on point. Yeah, they dominated Manchester City when it's decided to sit back, and Guardiola went with 7 defenders. But the bigger thing here now, you won't hear Sky Sports journalists and other journalists talking about Manchester City playing a low block against Arsenal. When Arsenal played against Liverpool, Peter Schmeichel came out and said, we only saw one team that came to win. That was Liverpool. So we want to hear him if he's going to say the same words against Manchester City and Arsenal. Because Arsenal dominated the game in the second half after making those changes. And for me in this game, I never minded if Saka was benched, but this guy Eze had to start in that attacking midfield. We don't know what the problem of Arteta. He's stubborn. Arteta and Robin Amorim are the stubbornest managers in this generation. They make everything hard for themselves. You understand? Right now, City is not in good shape. Attack them. You have all the requirements you need at your disposal. But you are forgiving City. You are forgiving Liverpool. Both teams, Liverpool, they had scored 4 goals. Even Everton here, it scored against Liverpool. Each game Liverpool plays, they score against it. You understand? Apart from Burnley, where the game ended in it 1-0 with the penalty of Mohamed Salah, and Arsenal with the wonder strike of Szoboszlai. Liverpool teams have been scoring against them. But Mikel Arteta, for him, he likes to defend when I go against big team. And Victor Gyökeres, he was absent in the Manchester City game because of Mikel Arteta's tactics. Still, the guy is struggling. You understand? He's struggling to score goals. He's struggling. Man, we don't know whether the guy will get his spark of Sporting CP back again. We don't know. Only God knows. And if the stubborn Arteta, maybe he will change something. At least Eze played in that role. Will he change him? Will he keep playing him there in the next game? Or if Odegaard comes back, we don't know. Because we saw against the Bilbao game, I talked about it in my preview show, that at least you would have took off Mikel Moreno when the game was still 0-0. Let this guy play there where Arsenal is looking for a win. Put Eze in the midfield to play in that role. But the guy said, no, Eze has to come out. Then you saw, even though they won, they ended up winning. But sometimes football is about decision making. And winning a game doesn't start on the pitch. Any team that wins the game, it starts in the lineup. You understand? For me, I can take losses, but put out there your strong lineup, and let the lineup lose, and we'll say, okay, he put there a strong lineup and it lost. Yeah, today the day was not theirs. But if you put Mikel Moreno in midfield, the midfielder Mikel Moreno, Rice and Zubmende, only attacking, defending players, it shows that you're a coward. So if you lose, people are going to criticize that when you have many players on the bench, that attacking players that can play there. So people who have urban excitement about football and what move slowly.